What legacy would you like to leave? As part of the Legacy Society, your gift supports the future of the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. By participating in the planned giving process, you can be assured that when you leave this earth, your charitable gift will continue to support this apostolate and its mission of connecting people to Christ. If you're interested in including Iowa Catholic Radio as part of your charitable gift planning, call me, Belle Marasco, at 515-223-1150. Thank you for your prayerful support.
The Catholic Morning Show on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Folks, we all want to do our part to spread awareness of Catholic teaching. And we hear obviously all these terms, but sometimes maybe we're not dead sure what they mean. Natural family planning, of course, is something that I'm sure people have ran into most of the time in the church. But what is it and why is it so important? So for this week, NFP Awareness Week, July 19th through 25th, the United States bishops have let us know that it's time to dwell on that, pray about that, and think about how in our various ways, not only if we ourselves are natural family planning, but even if we are single or past childbearing age or all of these ideas, how do we have this be a witness to life, which of course is Respect for Life is the prayer intention of the Pope here in July. The dates of Natural Family Planning Awareness Week highlight the anniversary of Humanae Vitae, which is July 25th, the papal encyclical that teaches the beauty of this teaching itself. So natural family planning, designed by God, guided by love, open to life, is the theme of this year's National Family Planning Awareness Week, an educational program and campaign of the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops. Here to do our part to talk about this, we have our next-door neighbor, Dr. Gregory McKernan, who is the doctor at the Vitae Clinic and whose practice has very much been had everything to do with NFP. Dr. Gregory McKernan, thank you for coming on the Catholic Morning Show.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
Of course. Now, when we hear NFP or like maybe ways that it's sort of truncated, we live in such a birth control mindset society here in America that even NFP can sometimes be called, quote, Catholic birth control when it's being derided in that way. How is natural family planning something so much more than simply, quote unquote, preventing pregnancy?
Well, I start with my own faith on this, and I realize that this is not everyone in the world does this, but we are participants in creation. In NFP, we are profess the notion that a fertile man and a fertile woman is a healthy one, and you don't have to necessarily have children to be fertile, but you have to be fertile to be healthy, and that's where we start. NFP is, in its terms, can be a kind of a shutoff to some people, but the fact of the matter is, it means that everything in your body is functioning the way God made it to participate in creation. God is creative. He gave that gift to us, and that's how we should and can live our lives out anyway, whether we're single, in the priesthood, or married couples, and deciding how many children we want to have in our lives. So it's one of those things where we optimize how a person's health is in the state of creation.
Well, I think people understand the family part. Like, it's not a job of Iowa Catholic Radio to explain families and how they come about. And the planning part, maybe people also sort of get an idea of as, okay, so the church doesn't, sometimes it's cast as thinking like you should have no sort of agency in these matters at all. And of course, okay, so yes, we plan for families. But the natural part, what do we mean in the natural part of natural family planning? And why does that have everything to do, with your clinic and what you have been doing through your activity at Vitae Clinic?
I would have to say that comes really from the notion that we enhance your ability to be fertile. As most of mainstream gynecology is, and I'll get myself in trouble for saying this, they spend more time trying to control. What we're doing at present is trying to do everything that we can to enhance the fertility of a male, enhance the fertility of a female. And there are a lot of problems also that we've created in our society by trying to treat fertility, quote unquote, as a illness that we need to control and take care of and to get rid of through sterilization and contraception. And instead, what we do in natural family planning is really just naturally help the person become healthy and normal function, which is normal, natural function.
We're speaking with Dr. Gregory McKernan because at the Vitae Clinic, they are sort of an exemplary case of the natural family planning that is NFP Awareness Week. They do so much more. But before we get into the specifics of what you do, asking your expertise one more time, why is it that when we say NFP is so necessary in a birth control, and I like how you emphasize that control idea, this over-control idea of what fertility looks like, when it comes to methods of birth control and what they do to, like you said, that natural holistic health. Why is it that you think that people end up looking for NFP who maybe start, as it were, in a very different place, like using chemicals, using those various ways, and then they start seeking something like what you guys do at Vitae Clinic because of the difficulties they run into in those other methods?
I think that we're all aware that for some reason we hunger and thirst for something out there and we don't know what it is. But I think one of the things that happens is many times we're out seeking our own ways. And as we move through those journeys, we figure out that's really what we were given in the first place, that's already there with us, that should be functioning appropriately, is the most important. And so many, many people end up, for example, taking birth control for years and then suddenly finding out that they just hunger to be who they were supposed to be, and it shut that off. I also believe that perhaps maybe what we are as beings is at the core all of the things that are in family planning, because God, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit are relation, family, and people are the manifestation of that, and I believe probably in our relationships with others we're that way as well.
So with Vitae Clinic and the whole host of things that you guys do, so talk about what your practice looks like and how it is a concrete exemplar of what we're celebrating here in NFP Awareness Week.
Okay, what we do at Vitae, by the way, the name Vitae comes from a combination of things. It is for life, but it's from Humanae Vitae as well, which really struck my heart when I read it. Basically what we do is we first of all evaluate women and men for their fertility. One of the best way to evaluate women, which is really uncannily simple, which is we teach them to chart their cycles precisely. We look at that chart. We have a nice, precise roadmap that we can use to do targeted testing. There are national lab standards created by the St. Paul VI Institute, and we know then what the hormones of a woman are supposed to be during her cycle when we test, and then we know how to treat those based on the abnormalities. There are some issues with women that relate to surgical treatment. Those issues are also things that we find out as we're charting, the chart is very precise. It's a very precise tool, helps us out. With men, we do the same thing. We test them, check them out. One of the things that is just an aside, most men don't realize that supplementing, for example, I'll just say it, testosterone sterilizes them, which is against church teaching. And so what we're doing is we want to enhance their fertility by increasing their sperm counts, and when we do, we also enhance their testosterone, which is a gift given there. That's the start. The second level is, of course, there are several different kinds of conditions like polycystic ovaries, ovarian cysts, pelvic adhesions that all require surgical evaluation, and we want that done in a way that once the surgeon leaves the surgical area, the person is kept fertile. And so we send them for fertility-sparing surgeries.
Well, beyond the fact of many things that are interventions to help people who are struggling with infertility, the idea here, folks, is an NFP week, and it's awareness by the USCCB to let us think of the larger ways that it's not just the sort of either caricatures of people who oppose it or even sometimes the good intentions flattening of it. You can go to places like usccp.org/benefits-NFP to learn more about NFP and what all it means as the gift of life that God has given us. But of course, we want to say thank you to Dr. Gregory McKernan at Vitae Clinic, who stopped by. He's just next door here to the studio to talk about these issues for NFP Awareness Week. Before we let you go, Dr. McKernan, where can people find out more if they're intrigued and they want to find out more about Vitae Clinic and what you guys do?
We're at vitafamilycare.com on our website. We've also are on Instagram and Facebook with the same credentials. You're welcome to stop by and see us as well. We've got all kinds of materials to give you. Our website's pretty full, and we try to keep it up to date for everyone if you need anything there. Phone number for us is 515-225-3261. You can basically reach us almost anytime, anywhere.
Absolutely wonderful. Make sure to check that out. Check out NFP Awareness Week as well with the USCCB.org. Dr. McKernan, thank you for coming on the Catholic Morning Show.
You're welcome, both.
Listen to the Catholic Morning Show weekdays at 7 a.m. Central on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, iowacatholicradio.com, or the Iowa Catholic Radio app.
What legacy would you like to leave? As part of the Legacy Society, your gift supports the future of the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. By participating in the planned giving process, you can be assured that when you leave this earth, your charitable gift will continue to support this apostolate and its mission of connecting people to Christ. If you're interested in including Iowa Catholic Radio as part of your charitable gift planning, call me, Belle Marasco, at 515-223-1150. Thank you for your prayerful support.